not open it up.
Hello and welcome to the Hawks Nest here at Humber Polytechnic. Hello and welcome to the Hawks Nest here at Humber Polytechnic for this OCAA quarterfinal volleyball matchup between the Humber Hawks and the Niagara Knights. Andrew Milani and Zach Benoit here on the call. We'll throw it over to Will Shukri, who's on the sideline. He's got some information about the game here today.
Yeah, guys, this is what we have been waiting for. OCAA quarterfinals, Humber and Niagara. You can see Humber 16-2, Niagara an even 9-9. And if you look towards the sets won and sets lost, Humber 50-12 across from Niagara's 34-36. Guys, Humber looking to punch their ticket to the semifinals here. Right back to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you for that one, Will. And you look at the standings, you might think this is a little bit of a mismatch there, Zach, but the two times that these two teams faced off, especially the last time here at the Hawks Nest, it was quite the five-set affair.
Oh, I mean, Niagara, they brought the fight to the Humber Hawks the last time they were here, and I would not be surprised to see that same thing. I don't think their record really shows how well they played teams all year long. They really tested the Hawks, and it should be another grueling matchup.
And there's a look at the OCAA Player of the Year and All-Canadian Tay Blackmore. 14 kills in the last two matches against Niagara. What do you think about him today?
I mean, Blackmore, what hasn't he been able to do this year? He led the squad with 140 kills, service aces 28, and he also added 51 digs. He was everything this Humber team needed. That's why he was deserving of those Player of the Year honors. Yeah,
absolutely, and a huge part here of that Humber attack, especially from that outside, and for Niagara. And look there at the Humber side, and then Niagara here. We're gonna take a focus on number 12, Rowan Redekop.
Yeah, Redekop. He's been an all-around great player, and it was somebody to watch last time out against the Hawks. He was a player that was just so impactful and really just brought the boom, if you want to say, to the match.
Just one boom or five?
Just one.
Just one? Okay. Obviously, we're Humber guys here, so we're not going to give him the full five. But either way, Rowan's going to be a huge one to watch out for, especially in that middle blocker side. The top players here. And we're just about ready to turn over to the sideline for player introduction to the national anthem. Aspreet Huda, take it away.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the Nest here at the Humber Athletic Center for today's quarterfinal matchup between the visiting Niagara Knights and your Humber Hawks. Fans, earlier this week, the OCAA announced the 2024-25 regular season award winners. I'd like to call upon Humber Varsity Coordinator Eric Savage to hand out the OCAA League Awards. The first award, OCAA Men's Volleyball West Division All-Rookie Team. From Niagara, it's Wisdom Smith. The next award, OCAA Men's Volleyball West Division First Team All-Star. From Humber, number 2, Nazir Francis. The next award is the OCAA Men's Volleyball West Division First Team All-Star, OCAA Men's Volleyball West Division Player of the Year, and CCAA Men's Volleyball All-Canadian. From Humber, number 5, Josh Nicholson. The next award, OCAA Men's Volleyball West Division First Team All-Star, OCAA Men's Volleyball West Division Scoring Champion, CCAA Men's Volleyball All-Canadian, and the OCAA Men's Volleyball Player of the Year from Humber, number 16, Taven Blackmore. The last and final award of the night, the OCAA Men's Volleyball West Division Champions. Please give it up for your Humber Hawks! Can I please call upon the captains to receive the plaque and collect the award? Congratulations to all the award winners. All right, it's time to welcome the officials for the game. First referee, Dimitri Majurius. Second referee, Andy Vu. And the line judges are Hamid Wajid and Lucas Felice. It's time to welcome the starting lineups for both the teams. Firstly, for the Niagara Knights. Leading off from Richmond Hill, Ontario, a 6'3" middle blocker, number 6, Liam Marchetti. From Winnipeg, Manitoba, a 6'8" playing outside, number 7, Wisdom Smith. From St. Catharines, Ontario, a 6'1" playing outside, number 8, Ashton Newitz. From Hamilton, Ontario, a 6'4" playing center, number 9, Matthew Perron. From Peterborough, Ontario, a 6' playing outside, number 11, Mitch Chirpy. And from Surrey, British Columbia, a 6'4" playing middle, number 12, Rowan Redekop. The libero for the game from St. Catharines, a 6' tall, number 10, Micah Newitz. The head coach for the Niagara Knights is Steve Stone. All right, Hawks Nation, please welcome the starting lineups put together by the head coach, Wayne Wilkins. Leading off from Toronto, a 6'3" playing middle, number 2, Nazir Francis. From Ottawa, a 6'5"
right, starting lineups announced. Players on the court. I'm ready. Zach, you ready?
Of course, as a very famous man once said, let's get ready to rumble.
All right, usual suspects on the court for the Humber Hawks. A lot of buzz in the air today as both teams here looking to punch their ticket to the Final Four. And as mentioned off the top, Niagara, their last time out here against Humber and at the Hawks Nest, a tough 5-set match that they lost. I'm sure that is at the forefront of their minds and want to close one out here and steal one on the road. But of course, never easy here at the Hawks Nest. There's a look there. Tay Blackmore, All-Canadian and OCAA Men's Volleyball Player of the Year. Josh Nicholson will get a start off from the service line though. Number 5, the starting setter for the Hawks. Here he goes. A little bit of a floater over the net. Set up, hard hit on the net, kept alive. Blackmore tipped over by Loney. Tipped over the net. Blackmore gave it a block attempt, but over him, Niagara on the board first.
That was Ashton Newitz, and Newitz was a nuisance in the last matchup between these two. Definitely look at him and his brother, Micah. Two players that can make an impact.
Newitz listed as an outside hitter, but playing libero here for the Niagara Knights. And it's his brother there taking over for serve. Hard hit there by the OCAA Player of the Year, and Humber's on the board.
Yeah, you gotta always look out for Blackmore. We talked about it all year long. He is a guy that deserved to get Player of the Year. He was just everything that this Humber Hawks team needed, and not to mention leading the West Division in scoring.
End to end has been one of, if not the top player in all the OCAA. Hard serve there. Niagara's gonna have to scramble for this one. They just get it over. The setup there. McAlpine going for it. Plenty of power there, and that hits the back wall for another Humber point.
A player that had a sneaky good year all year long, Michael McAlpine. 12 matches played in, 88 kills. He was sensational.
Blackmore, another powerful serve. McAlpine flips that one over. He's got 2 quick kills. McAlpine and Blackmore each had 9 kills in this team's qualification round victory against the Seneca Sting last week. Newitz having a word with the head referee. No cards awarded. And we will resume play. Blackmore again. Hit hard, but just a bit offline there. Sails out of bounds. Niagara gets that point back.
And you got to look out for the Niagara Knights. They were a team that just pushed the Hawks to the brink. They didn't break them, but they were bending them for sure.
Humber gave up just 12 sets all season, 2 of them the game against Niagara. Play at the net. And that'll be another point here for Humber as Alec Loney will take his turn at the service line.
Yeah, Niagara, a team that's very well constructed. We saw them, one of their players, Wisdom Smith, get first team rookie awards just before.
Tipped out of bounds. Another point here from Niagara. They trail by just 1. Wisdom Smith, the Winnipeg, Manitoba native. First-year player in the OCAA. He's gonna serve. Zare Francis gave it a good try there. Nice try back, but right into the net. Point for the Hawks.
Now, what worked really well for the Hawks last time out against the Knights was they would send that extra blocker up. They wouldn't just go with the 2-man wall, they'd send the 3rd, and it became very difficult for all these Niagara hitters to swing around that block.
McAlpine just past that back line, missed by about less than a foot there, but either way, that's a service error. Niagara still hanging around within 1. Mitch Chirpy at the service line, 3rd-year player from Peterborough. Greg Phillips first that one. The setup there, Blackmore into the net. Niagara ties it up.
Another thing you got to watch out for is Niagara's ability to keep the ball up no matter what. They had 9 players with 20 or more digs on the year. Fantastic job done, and really just kind of a team mentality out of the entire Niagara squad.
Here's another serve. The setup there, Blackmore, but that is sailed out of bounds. Going for that back corner, just missed the spot.
Humber's come out hot here, and they've come out swinging.
Chirpy will try it again. Great serve. Step there, great Phillips. That one's tipped over, kept alive. Play at the net, no. Set up here, Blackmore, yes! And that'll get him his second kill of the match.
Always look out for 16. Doesn't matter if he's in the backcourt or if he's on one of the outsides. Blackmore is always a guy you need to know the location of.
Kyle Gray Phillips will take his first turn at the service line. Averages about a third per set. Just makes it over the tape. Block attempt, that one made it over. McAlpine, Nicholson, Blackmore, the soft touch, works to perfection. No, they're say that was out.
Interesting, thought that landed in. We might,
I thought so too.
if we have a replay of it, I'm sure we'll get that pulled up for you at home. But point goes either way to Niagara here.
And no argument there either. Nicholson, McAlpine, yes. We could see a little bit of a friendly battle here brewing between McAlpine and Blackmore. McAlpine up to 3 kills, add that to 1 dig. Xavier Francis will continue his run.
Just gonna say the big lefty, Michael McAlpine, he didn't get any all-star honors, but he had a excellent year.
Last year, a little bit of an up and down season for the big number 4, but this year, second on his team in points per set and kills.
And it's all a big mentality thing with McAlpine because his first year on, he was a starter. He was an everyday player that you look at. Last year, went into that reserve role coming off the bench. Didn't let that affect him. Came back this year and had an even stronger year all around.
There's service error. They're heading the point and the lead here to the Humber Hawks. Or excuse me, the tie rather. Niagara was up there for a hot second. Josh Nicholson, the server, will take his turn. Soft one going to the other side of the court. The soft touch there by Blackmore, and he made that one count. Great Phillips, Nicholson, McAlpine, kept alive. And Segi could not get to that one in time. It's gonna be another point here for Niagara. We're tied at 9s.
That's a smart play out of Ashton Newitz, where he went up full swing and like he was about to hammer the ball, and then just he pushes up, so it allows more topspin on the ball to come down.
Physics doing its work here at the Hawks Nest for Niagara early on. Not much power behind that serve. McAlpine, yes, right in the center of the court, smashes it down. Humber retakes the lead. Back and forth affair here to start this match in this first set. Humber looking to get back into the Final Four. The defending men's volleyball champions in the OCAA conference. Just through the rafters, did not hit though. That ball's still alive. Joust at the net, no. Nicholson, great Phillips, cross court, no. Great job by Niagara. Blocked at the net. Knights will try it again. Once again, over the block. Violation, they're gonna call that a service, or excuse me, an tackling violation against Niagara. And that ball's sailing out of bounds anyways though.
When things go your way, they go your way. Humber right there, a beautiful dig, like you said, in and through the rafters, doesn't touch anything, and that play stays alive.
Blackmore, kept alive by the Knights. Going cross court, that one misses. Another point here for Humber.
Don't let the Humber Hawks start getting warm, start getting rolling. Because once that happens, it is hard to keep up with them.
This snowball continues to roll downhill, gaining momentum, building up more and more. Blackmore, great job there to keep it alive. Nichols in the setup for Gray Phillips. Throws that one down for the point. And this dual kill battle just became a threesome here as Kyle Gray Phillips joins the fray. And with that, Niagara will take their first time out of the match.
And quickly, we're just gonna highlight all the players that got these award honors, something like we did in the last game. So it'll start all the way with the all rookies. And the West Division all rookie, well, we saw Wisdom Smith of the Niagara Knights. He took away those honors. He had himself a fantastic year. We've already brought up his stats, but a great year from Wisdom. And when you take a look at the first team All-Stars, well, you see none other than the good guy, Nazir Francis. Nazir Francis, Josh Nicholson, and Tay Blackmore all up there for the All-Star Awards. The Humber Hawks were the West Division champions. And then you got the big ones. Blackmore, the West Division scoring champion. Nicholson, the West Division Player of the Year. And then Taven Blackmore, the OCAA Men's Volleyball Player of the Year. He was excellent.
And not to mention Taven Blackmore and Josh Nicholson, also named CCAA All-Canadians. So big congratulations, a big shout out to them on their fantastic season, and hopefully there is much more to come here down the stretch. Quarterfinals here, win here will punch their ticket to the OCAA Final Four. Location still to be determined. Another good serve here by Blackmore. Here come the Knights. Into the block, deflects out of bounds. Niagara back on the board.
Good timeout right there by the Knights to get some momentum back on their side.
Chirpy getting some good contact on that one. He's up to his second kill today. And the men we talked about off the top of the show, Rowan Redekop getting ready to serve. Nicholson, McAlpine. And they're gonna give that point to the Hawks off a lift. Humber back up by 4.
Probably the loudest group in the Hawks nest is the Humber Hawks bench. They are a loud bunch.
Giving that Cambrian women's bench a run for their money after those 5 big booms. Nicholson Francis, what a powerful shot that was. That's his first kill of the day.
Nazir Francis, a man of not many words, but his actions, they show how good he is.
Give Humber a 5-point lead. Loney back on the service line. What a powerful serve that one. Wow. Deflected into the back wall.
Alec Loney was one of 2 players on this Humber Hawks squad to have over 20 service aces. The other one was Blackmore. But Alec Loney, a great year as well for this young man.
Blackmore gave it a good pancake attempt there, but cannot keep it up. Niagara cuts it back to 5.
Looks like substitution coming on the side of Niagara here. Matthew Takis comes out. Man, looks like he's going straight to the service line, partner.
Takis not named to the starting lineup. Let's see what he can do here coming off the bench. Nicholson, McAlpine, we've seen this before, and we've seen that before to another big point for number 4 in white.
Well, last time these 2 teams faced off was back in January 15th. Michael McAlpine had a career night, 21 kills at a number 4.
And he's already up to 6 here this afternoon. Humber up 17-11 here in the first set. Into the block. Segui, great job to keep it alive. Humber scrambling here, but still on it. Nicholson just throws it over. Almost caught Niagara off guard there. They'll throw it back. Nicholson will set it up here. Who's going to Gray Phillips, going cross court, kept alive. Niagara's shot into the block. Humber will set up again. Francis didn't get all that one. Past the block, but out of bounds. Another point for the Hawks. They're up by 7.
Great rally right there. But these two teams just displaying the never say die mentality. The back lines are doing a great job just filling in all the gaps, not allowing any tips or any awkward kind of, placements for the ball to go.
McAlpine, great ooh, just missed that back line, yeah. Second time that's happened this set. Some close calls at the service line by Michael McAlpine, just has not been able to finish the job there, unfortunately for him. Chirpy back on the line. That one sails long and far, a service error there.
And the bench. The bench is having fun counting tiles.
Gray Phillips back at the service line. What can he do? That one just over the tape. Hangs up there in the air. Toss back over. Atakis. They're going to say that's an attack lane violation. Point Humber. And the Niagara Captains having a word here with the head official.
I'm sorry, we need to get a camera on the Hawks bench. They are a electrifying group. They just never stop entertaining.
Certainly no shortage of moves through the years. The famous Rezar Tzadiku chicken wing was a favorite here of us at HSN, but counting the tiles there too, that was another fantastic one. Not one I don't think I've seen before, but either way, Humber here having fun, and why not up here in this first set, 20-12. Anything in this game that you think is of note here so far, Zach?
I mean, Niagara, I don't think they're playing their game just yet. I think there's been a lot of mental mistakes and a lot of things that you can clean up, very easily fixable mistakes that are happening, and that if they clean those things up, they can give Humber a run for their money. We've already seen it happen. They took them to 5 sets back on January 15th.
Yeah, absolutely, and Niagara's got to get back on it quick if they want to have a game like they did that last time here against the Hawks, and that's otherwise give Humber an inch, they will take a mile. As we've seen here time and time again, Humber's not that team that you can give much time and space to because they will capitalize. As we've seen early in this one. Timeout done here. Niagara's used both of them here in this first set, so it'll be all up to the players in the court unless Humber has to pull one out of their pocket. But they have quite the comfortable lead here, 5 points away from capturing this first set.
I just want to read you out a number. So McAlpine, the last time these teams faced off, he had 50 total attacks. He had a kill 21 times out of his 50 attacks. That's almost 50%.
Insane numbers by Michael McAlpine. A great hit there for Niagara. So successful timeout there. They are able to get right back on the board. But still down a huge amount. They got to basically play a 2-for-1 game here. Can't afford to go point for point down the stretch. Liam Marchetti at the line. Just over. Nicholson the setup for Blackmore. Into the block, but out of bounds. Another big kill there for the OCAA Player of the Year. He's up to 4 kills now.
Him and McAlpine combining for 10 total kills, and we're not even at a set number 1 yet.
That Humber bench warming themselves by the fire as Nazir Francis unfortunately gets a service error off that play.
I don't know who the catalyst on the bench is, but I think they all feed off of each other. I think Caleb Hewitt and Paul Manna are probably the two, biggest catalysts.
Oh yeah.
But then you got Jake Butt, who's also a guy that isn't afraid to get rowdy.
Paul Manna also arguably the bravest player on that Humber bench when they do the cradling with him. I don't know if I'd be brave enough to let any 5 guys pick me up like that, swing me back and forth. So credit to him there. Nicholson having a great run here at the service line. Floats that one over. Set up here, and wow, quick attack there. Caught Humber off guard. Huge point there for the Knights.
They're going to call a net violation on the Hawks there as well on that play.
So that did not matter, but either way, Niagara gained that point. Ashton Newitz at the service line. Fourth-year player from St. Catharines. Just have to toss it over here. McAlpine all the way on the other side of the court. Almost got that block there, just kept it alive though, no way! Nicholson throws it over. How did that not end that play, but did not matter. Niagara, perfect shot there at the back end of the court, and McAlpine getting a big bump by his teammate Mikhailo Sidoff after that.
That entire rally is set up because Michael McAlpine plays with never say die attitude. Right there, plays it beautifully at the side of the net, keeps it alive, goes up for the block, blocks it, comes down with the awareness still to play it up for his team. That's a leader right there.
Absolutely, and that's the mentality you expect out of a Humber Hawk. That one going out of bounds off that service error, so Humber's back up by 7. Just 2 points to go before they close out the set. Blackmore, huge serve there, lost spin on that one. Just tossed over, could be a great opportunity here for the Hawks. Nicholson, Loney, that one, a big block there. Huge point there for the Knights.
And Niagara currently down by 6. You know, they would love to go on a little bit of a rally here, try to get something brewing.
Long way to go, though. Niagara basically needs to outscore Humber 7-1 here just to extend this set into extra points. First to 25, but you got to win by 2. Side off, Nicholson, McAlpine, no. Just out of bounds there, deflected. Wayne Wilkins doesn't like that one. But either way, point for the Knights.
I think both players that went up for that joust, they were trying to do the same thing of just hit it off your opponent's hands and out of bounds. It was more so just who hit it last in that moment.
Nicholson having a word with the head referee. Point is confirmed. No Tremblay to serve. Into the net. Set point now for the Hawks.
You see head coach Wayne Wilkins, he does the same thing. You point to the sky because the ball doesn't lie.
Alec Loney here to finish it off. Third-year player from Mississauga. Good power behind that serve. Here come the Knights into the block, and that will do it for set number 1. Humber takes it 25-18.
That was just pure dominance out of this Humber Hawk squad. Again, they have that first place record for a reason. And just like the women's team, they very well could have gone undefeated on the regular season. There was a couple games where, you know, they didn't show up playing their best, but I think down the stretch, they're playing some of, if not their best volleyball.
And much like that women's game that we just saw before, first set, took a little bit of time for them to find their way in there, but once they got going, boy, did they get going.
Yeah, it's a scary, scary dynamic with this team as once they start rocking and rolling, they start rocking. And again, I say it all the time, I think the bench is the best part of this team. They have the most fun.
Almost as entertaining as the game itself. Michael McAlpine really stealing the show there.
Oh, I love this guy. This guy's great.
Tay
Blackmore, player of the year, #1 player on the Humber Hawks in my heart. Always delivers with the candy. Shout out Blackmore.
Absolutely. Michael McAlpine, 6 kills, 5 digs. Coming up big on offense and defense in that first set. Blackmore, 4 kills in a dig. Kyle Gray Phillips, 3 kills in a dig. Nicholson, a dig to go along with a few assists, and Nazir Francis with 1 kill.
I feel like I'm a part of the team now. Every time. Every time it makes me feel like I'm part of the team.
First it was gummy worms, now it's an assorted
I can't lie. I've been
candy.
given way too much candy from this team. I feel very spoiled.
Ask and you shall receive,
I really
guess, is the mantra of the Humber men's volleyball team, especially when it comes to the sweet stuff.
Always.
We're actually being spoiled today. First it was the baked goods.
Yeah, what's coming next game? Yeah. What's coming next game?
A steak dinner, I don't know.
Oh, I hope so. That'd be lovely. I'd even go with the hot chocolate.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. especially in this cold. Once again, we wish everyone to stay safe. 35 centimeters of snow coming between now and tomorrow afternoon. It's gonna be a messy one, as it usually is around this time in the GTA. But in here is warm and bright, and a ton of energy here in the Hawks Nest, as the men's volleyball team is looking to punch their ticket to the OCAA semifinal. They won that first set 25-18. Really coming away in dominant fashion. This is one of 4 quarterfinal games this weekend. Redeemer Fanshawe underway in London right now. Redeemer took that first set 25-22. Later on tonight at 6 p.m. we have St. Clair versus Conestoga scheduled. And tomorrow at 1 p.m. the last chance to punch your ticket to the semis. It's Mohawk versus Cambrian.
Yeah, very excited to see how these ones shape up and kind of complete, but where we're at right now, it's just, again, the Humber Hawks playing sound, playing a very smart game. And it'll be interesting to see, do they come out with that kind of same energy, that same firepower here in the second set, or will Niagara be able just to answer back even just a little bit?
And interesting to note, all 8 teams here playing in the quarterfinals, all in the OCAA West Division. All the East teams got eliminated.
Interesting.
If Cambrian wins, it would be presumably them hosting a big kill. Tay Blackmore, player of the year, starting off this set.
That was a bullet. An absolute, Paul Manna spinning. That's how into it he was. He was spinning on the ground.
Nicholson, the serve. Big block there, Loney. Segi, the step there from McAlpine. Over the block into the backcourt for the kill. Quick lead here for the Hawks to start the second set. McAlpine and Blackmore keep these kills going here. Nixon, good serve to the backcourt. McAlpine just in the net, got that, but right back. Look at that point to Humber. That's a tackling violation. And right away, Micah Newitt's having a word with the head referee. He's not hearing any of it.
So that play happens just because Nicholson, he goes up acting like he's gonna tip it off the hands of the block, but he just hits it back to Segui. And the players at the net on the side of Niagara, they're reaching forward to try to stop it. That's just such a heads-up play by the veteran.
That served by Nicholson right into the net, so that will stop his run at the service line. And appears we're gonna have another word by the referee.
Yeah, ref did not like that. All the players after that point, they were staring at the ref with their arms up, and it's just, that's just something you can't do. Stands for both sides, really.
Absolutely.
Overall, it's just something you can't do. No cards were issued there. It was more so just of a warning, like, hey guys, come on, don't do that.
It's actually been a while since we've seen any card awarded here at the Hawks Nest for volleyball, it seems like. A great quick heads-up play there in Niagara. They're back within 1 point.
Yeah, again, I stand with it. You can never count out this Niagara Knights team. I don't think the record really shows how good they play.
Nicholson, Blackmore going cross court, another great kill. He's up to 6 on the day.
Blackmore he's just getting acclimated right now. The first 2 kills here in the second set have been electric shots. In the crossover match, partner, Niagara actually upsetting the Durham Lords, who are 11-7. Durham had a fantastic year on the other side in that East Division. So Niagara, again, they're a better team than their record shows.
And we mentioned that earlier game against Humber, which they extended to 5 sets. Scrambling here, just get it over. Segi, set there for McAlpine, into the block, bounces right back. Nicholson set up here, great Phillips, over the block, kept alive. Here come the Knights again, they'll just throw it over here. Free ball here for the Hawks. Another set from McAlpine, into the block, curls over. Great rally here, going back and forth. Segi, great job to keep that one going. Great Phillips, over, almost looked like it was going long, but kept alive. Into the block. Knights scrambling here. That's gonna be too many touches there.
Great rally, great job. Alex Segui with a fantastic dig. But it's the placement on the court with the Hawks. They're there with it, whether it's, you know, a hard kill, if it's just a tip over the wall or anything like that. There's a player there filling that gap.
Blackmore's serve, it's a powerful one as you'd expect. The dunk play there kept alive. McAlpine over the block. Newitz was right on that one. Into the block, but out of bounds. Niagara's gonna steal a point.
Off the block, and like you said, out of bounds. Wisdom Smith, that's a guy they need to start get going. He was their leading killer on the team, 87, and that's big to say when you're a first-year player.
Rowan Redekop at the service line, the first-year player from Surrey, British Columbia. And we're having have to stop here a little bit. Josh Nicholson having a shoelace issue here. And we're back underway. Redekop after that quick break. Side off, Nicholson, McAlpine over the block, or into the block and over, I should say, for the point. Humber back up by 3.
Michael McAlpine, I mean, he had himself a game last time against the Knights, and he's just remembering, I see blue, and he starts killing.
Alec Loney. Great serve. Set up here, tipped over, out of bounds. They're gonna say it was deflected. Humber doesn't like that call. Some heavy disagreeing here from the side of the Hawks. The referee standing firm.
And you look towards the Hawks bench. What do they all have? Their hands to the sky.
Nicholson the set for McAlpine, into the block. Blackmore right there, and Nicholson again for McAlpine. Almost went out of bounds. Knights scrambling, point Hawks.
And they're pointing to the sky.
Once again, they're gonna have a couple, both the captains here are gonna have a word with head referee. He's gonna say no nonsense here. I think he's getting a little frustrated with some of the reactions here by some of the players on either side. A lot of tensions here, obviously a playoff game. Division rivals nonetheless. Just there at the net. They're gonna say that lands inbounds, point Hawks.
KGP, what a heads-up play. The joust there, but he hits it just hard enough to fall inbounds. So smart at a number 8.
And time stood still here for a second at the Hawks nest as we waited for the result. McAlpine just over the tape. Set up here, the dunk down play, no. Nicholson for Gray Phillips, throws it over, finds that backcourt. Beautifully placed shot by number 8.
Hey, keep feeding the hot hand. KGP right there with the knuckles and the left hand, just punch it down. What a start here in the second set for the Hawks. Really just playing a picture-perfect game right now.
Niagara forced to take their first time out of this set. 3 timeouts have been called so far, all of them by Niagara.
That's a trend we saw in the first game as well. It was 6 timeouts called, all by Cambrian. And Humber, I mean, they're playing a sound, solid game right now.
We'll take a look at that last point.
This is that look at this. Look at KGP right here. His left hand. Oh, that's beautiful. Textbook right there.
Like you said, just enough to keep that inbounds. And when you're already at the edge of the court, that is not the easiest play with your left hand nonetheless.
Unless your name is Michael McAlpine, then that play is just another day in the office for you.
Either way, an impressive play as timeout here is winding down. Hawks look ready to go. Niagara is going to milk every second of this timeout. And it's easy to see why. Last timeout after that timeout. They came out well. Can they steal a point here again?
Well, the big lefty will be up here to serve, Michael McAlpine.
Right into the net.
Tough break to start.
McAlpine still having a fantastic game here this afternoon. By the time this game is done, it should be evening.
Oh yeah, and we're not done because we got more time, more games.
That serve there, win.
Oh, they're counting,
right there.
They're counting tiles again.
And like you said, we have a basketball doubleheader. It's qualifying round, men's and women's coming up. That'll be for them to punch their ticket into the OCAA quarterfinal. Humber men's team an undefeated 18-0 on the season. And a big last game against Sheridan to finish it off. Both teams want the point. Who are they going to give it to? They're going to give it to Humber off the deflection. Niagara thought it was theirs. And Sharpie's going to have a word with the referee. So both teams on the wrong end of being on a deflection call here in this set. You can see some of the George Brown basketball staff starting to file in here in the Humber gym. Step there, soft touch. Can't make it over though. Great job by the Humber block. Wisdom Smith gave it a good chance though. Humber more than doubling up Niagara in this second set, and KGP will go back to the service line. Wisdom Smith will take a seat. Phillips, powerful serve. Into the block, out of bounds. Whistle blown though, it's gonna be a violation. A point for the Knights. There's some sounds like we got Banshee here in the Hawks Nest with that screaming.
There's always some sort of screaming going on here in the Hawks Nest. You kind of just learn to expect it when it happens here.
Service error for the Knights. Hawks back to doubling up the Knights +1, as it was before these two teams exchanged points. Step there into the block, kept alive. Hawks are gonna have to scramble here. Blackmore just pushes it back. Free ball here for the Knights. Step there into the block, out of bounds though, point for Niagara.
But right there is the perfect example of why you should just never say die, because anything can happen when the ball gets blocked. Right there, Josh Nicholson displays it beautifully. He doesn't give up on the play. He drops down, gets it, and hammers it back up, and the play stays alive.
Niagara needs some points here and in a hurry. Down by 6. Nicholson throws it over, but kept alive. Wow, great job by Newitz, the libero. But that doesn't matter, the ball lands down. Point, Humber, Hawks.
This has been a fun one. This has been so fun to watch so far. Hawks still up by 7.
Nicholson back at the service line. We've seen what he can do from there. There's that screaming.
Doesn't get old, never gets old.
Big hit there. Cannot find the backcourt there. Dago give it a little move over the head, but misses him. 15-7 Humber leads.
Again, I'm trying to figure out what the bench is doing.
I see some binoculars. I see Jake Butt doing a push-up. Nicholson just barely makes it over. Step there, Redicop. We're gonna say that one clean out of bounds.
There it is again. Man, the timeout was called. The bench antics for this men's team. If this is your first time tuning into a Humber Hawks game, their antics is the best in the league. I don't think there's really deniability or anything of that sort. It's the best in the league. They're playing a fantastic game to start, though. When you look at everything and how they're distributing the ball amongst all of their hitters, Humber is just looking electric. And it's been fun to watch. Very interesting to see how this continues to play out.
Well, Niagara's gonna need to pull it together. It doesn't look like we're seeing the same fire from them that we may have seen the last time out here at the Hawks Nest. Great crowd here on hand. Very loud, very active here.
And we're not even at the halfway point yet, partner. We still have 2 more games to go. We have a majority of this one left to play out, but we have 2 fantastic basketball games coming up. The women's and men's team will square off as they start their playoff runs in the crossover rounds. I believe it's Humber versus George Brown. Those are the 2. That's for the women's game. And then for the men's, I'm not 100% sure who they'll be playing, but we'll find out very shortly.
Set up here, tipped at the net, just past the block of Alec Loney. Great job there. Kept alive, though. Blackmore and Loney tried to give it a block attempt again, but just through them. Niagara gets another point. They're gonna have to go 2 for 1 here down the stretch, in another tough position here in the second set.
But again, it's something they have done in the past. They have been able to do this where they rally back and they close that gap down. So you can never count this Niagara Knights team out.
They need to go on a run here, though.
It all starts with 1.
Ashton Newitz, can he get us started? Side off. McAlpine into the block, kept alive there by Nicholson. He'll try again going cross court, but he'll miss.
And I think if McAlpine waits maybe half a second longer where that ball can drop down by maybe an inch or 2 more, he's smoking that into the back corner. He was a little bit too anxious to go up that second time.
If you wait a little bit more, you get a little bit of that front spin 2 on the ball, and that ball will dip down a lot more. Nicholson, the setup. Blackmore! That's what we expect from the player of the year.
And it's just the deception out of Josh Nicholson. Everybody was trying to cheat to the other side where both hitters were lined up. But, oh man, Nicholson, it's just the deception. He goes backwards to Taven, and Blackmore, he's not gonna miss when he has that much open space.
Blackmore's turn at the service line. Newitz gets that one first. Flipped over a 2-hander. Zaggy the set from McAlpine. He'll give it the left. Niagara comes again over the block. Nicholson tried to keep that one alive with the right, but couldn't.
I don't know if you noticed it, but on the set by Segway to Blackmore, Blackmore didn't like where he was lined up, so he kind of sidesteps it a little bit, and that's just, again, a smart play. He couldn't complete it there. That was the Taven Blackmore kill, which was, again, an electric hit.
Number 7 on the game so far for the OCAA Player of the Year in All-Canadian.
15 now between McAlpine and Blackmore.
Could certainly be one of the favorites for CCAA Player of the Year as well for men's volleyball.
Oh, yeah.
Nicholson from McAlpine into the block. It's up here, tipped over, kept alive. Great Phillips into the block, deflects out of bounds, point, Humber.
You see head coach Wayne Wilkins, who's pointing over to Gray Phillips, saying that's the smart plays. You hit into the block and allow the ball just to ricochet off the arms and out of bounds.
Niagara is down by 8. Humber just 7 points away from taking set number 2 and going up 2-love. Newitz the setup there. Loney keeps it live, almost into the rafters. McAlpine just toss it over. Big setup there. Nicholson will go to Gray Phillips, just tips it over.
So smart.
Great job there. Oh, waiting the block there. They were waiting for a big hit there. They gives the tricky little soft touch.
And that's what you got to do when they send 3. Niagara tried to cheat because of what happened the play before by KGP. He realizes that they have nobody behind the wall, and just the soft tip. Good job by KGP.
Just kept alive, McAlpine. Play at the net, Nicholson, he'll just toss that one over. Great opportunity here for the Knights. Kept alive by the Hawks somehow. Oh my! How did that one stay alive, Hawks? Get a huge point there that made the most impressive one we've seen all day.
Never say die. Beautiful display right there.
Unbelievable play there by the Hawks.
Oh man, what a job done. Nicholson, McAlpine, and then Nazir Francis finishes it off beautifully.
Francis gets his second kill of the day. Loney gets it right into the net, unfortunately. Niagara gets a point there, but they're still down 9.
The plays like that can really just take the wind out of your sails if you're Niagara. You expect to have the point and then just, antics like that. That is just so smart out of Humber.
Serve there, that sails long. We're gonna get a replay here.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful play really all around. Look at this. Beautiful dive. McAlpine doesn't stop. Blocked by Francis. It was just such a great job all around, and everybody on the side of the Hawks were screaming at the top of their lungs.
Just a never say die attitude there from the Humber Hawks. Look at the champion, if you will. Set up here, out of bounds. Chirpy couldn't keep that one in.
And again, Humber, they're trying to defend their goal and go for 4. OCAA champions all the way back to 2021.
We're on the setup there. Marchetti all over that one for the kill.
And then last year, Humber, they finished just short. They finished as silver medals against the Camelson team. And that team, Camelson, they're looking to go 3-peat in nationals.
Well, that was 2 years ago.
Oh, it was. It's not updated. Not updated.
Oh, look at that.
They're throwing me off here, partner. That's not nice. That's not nice at all.
Kyle Gray Phillips wearing number 8 for the Humber Hawks. Big hit there. Gray Phillips gets that one. Lost spin there. Just tossed over. Big hit there into the block. Somehow kept alive. Tossed over. Great opportunity here for Humber. The setup. Blackmore into the block. Out of bounds. And it's now set point for the Humber Hawks. It's been all Humber this set.
Blackmore hit that, and it was ricocheting over towards us. He looked at the ball in front of me and went, see ya. Smoked it. Absolutely smoked it.
Just over the tape. Perron, the setup there. Cross-court shot was online by Newitz. Francis, that one's blocked. Let's try there. Blackmore. They cannot keep alive. Who just catches that one? And that will do it. Set number 2. Humber captures it. 25-13. 5 points better than that last one. Humber really coming on strong as they lead 2-0.
Oh, sorry, partner. That one, I wasn't expecting that one. It was just the nonchalant catch by Caleb Hewitt. That was great. But like you said, Hawks up 2-0. You know, they're trying to defend, and just like the women's team, they want to punch their ticket to the Final Four. It's been an electric day so far. 2 tickets can be punched here to the Final Four. One's already been. The men's team looking to be the second one. Go 2 for 2 on the day. And then for basketball, they're just trying to get to the quarterfinals here.
The men are impressive. 17-2 on the season, including that last playoff match. Look poised to repeat as champions. As head coach Wayne Wilkins has built up a nice little run here. Team back on form, back on top of the OCAA. We're going to take a look at another replay. This is that last play. There's that nonchalant catch that you loved so much.
See, in baseball, I can break that down beautifully for you because the ball, you see it. Caleb, he's in a nice set position. His feet shoulder width apart, goes down, and he brings it into his body. That's beautiful, beautiful baseball. That's how you feel the ground ball.
So you're saying Humber might have just found their next great shortstop?
I don't want to speak too soon, but Caleb might want to think about adding another sport onto the resume.
We'll have to discuss that with Mr. Hewitt. Steve Stone, head coach of the Niagara Knights, his third year here. Looking to keep his season alive. It's going to be a tough stretch here, though. They're going to need to win 3 sets in a row. Just taking it 1 set at a time. Last time they extended it to 5, but they find themselves in quite the hole here at the Hawks' Nest. Humber just 25 points away from punching their ticket to the OCAA Final Four. And if you win that, you're on to the CCAA National Championships. This Humber men's volleyball program has won the Nationals once, that was in 2012, under head coach Wayne Wilkins. Looking to capture his second.
So, partner, I actually got my numbers mixed up. Humber is actually looking for their 5th straight OCAA title. But when you look at the dominant run that they had, well, they had a pretty lengthy run from 2007 all the way to 2018.
Players getting on the court, ready to start this third and potentially final set here of the day. But we'll have a couple more games for you on after this. Basketball doubleheader coming up after, but for now, back to volleyball. Ball bouncing back and forth there. The ball flubber. Loney. Nicholson back to Loney. No, that one denied. Nicholson for Blackmore. Yes! Right to the backcourt.
He cannot be denied. Taven Blackmore doing the Lord's work, if you want to say right now. 10 kills for number 16.
Step here for Newitz. That one went at Nicholson. He had to do a flip there. Either way, we're tied at 1.
So partner, I will say you wisely alerted me that I was looking at the women's volleyball previous winners. So Humber, they are looking for that 5th straight, but the last time they won a CCAA medal, that was back in 2011-2012 season.
The gold medal, yes.
All the way back then they had that silver medal against Camosun, like I was mentioning earlier.
Humber hosts that tournament here, a heartbreaking defeat in the final. Camosun, the powerhouse from BC that year.
Yeah, they went back to back with the year prior to that and then that year.
Not easy to do, especially on the national stage. Step here, a lot of different personnel on the court for Niagara this set. McAlpine through the block. Smith, Newitz just tossed it over. Nicholson, McAlpine, yes! Newitz gave it a good attempt there to try and stop it, but just lands right by him.
Yeah, look at this duo here. You look on the board, McAlpine, 7 digs, 9 kills. Blackmore, 4 digs, 10 kills. These two players are just doing everything they can for this squad.
These two have been unreal. Twin-headed snake here. Smith. McAlpine goes for it, jousts at the net. It's gonna go out of bounds. It's gonna be Niagara ball.
You know, McAlpine, I respect that play. I respect the effort to try to just keep it alive. But that one was a little bit too far.
Gotta respect the hustle.
Gotta respect the hustle. 3 wise words: hustle, loyalty, respect. You know where that is? You had a great childhood growing up.
Apparently I did not.
Oh, it's John Cena, my friend.
That makes sense. I was not a wrestling guy. Still not, I guess you could say.
John John Cena. Hustle, loyalty, respect. That's all. 3 words you got to live by.
Loney, the serve. Got some good topspin on that one. Smith. It's going to be a point for Niagara. They're not going away easily. Don't forget, though, that first set was a back-and-forth affair until Humber pulled away. They won that first set 25-18. Nicholson, Blackmore. No, they're going to give that to Niagara on the attack lane violation. Wayne Wilkins saying it was just by a little bit.
1 step too forward, but I mean, that was the power in that swing again.
Tough job there going from the backcourt to the front court. Have to be very purposeful with your steps. McAlpine into the block. Set by Parento to Smith. He sails that one long. Humber back on top by 1.
So again, early on, we're seeing the back and forth affair between these 2 teams. Humber still holding the edge, but just barely.
Parento. Big setup there for Orr. Will deflect out of bounds, and Niagara will take another point. Marchetti. Nicholson for KGP, that one's blocked. Nicholson for McAlpine, kept alive. Newitz, that one's popped right back in, right at the corner, wow!
I think that technically goes down as a kill for Seidov. You'll love to see it for the libero.
Wow.
We got a little bit of everything here.
They're not counting it as a kill on the scoreboard, so it might go down as just a point. We'll have to see.
Yeah, give it to him.
That one through the rafters, doesn't hit a bar though. Smith just tosses it back. Nicholson, Francis. Yes, that's in bounds. Humber taking a 2-point lead. Jake Butt loving it from the Humber bench. KGP back at the line.
I'm telling you, man, these bench antics, best in the OCAA.
Can't argue with that, partner. KGP hits it right at the sideline, referee. Very obvious out of bounds play there. Riley Orr, first-year player from Wellington, to the service line. Just catches that sideline. Blackmore frustrated with that.
Yeah, he does not agree, and Niagara get the point.
He'll go back to taking his place. Or again. Into the net. Humber nursing a 1-point lead here. Niagara giving it all they got here in this third set. Parento could not get to that one in time. Humber back up by 2. Steve Stone watches on.
And this is where things can get scary, because if Humber are able to go on a bit of a roll here and extend this little gap between the 2 teams points-wise, it's tough for Niagara to make their way back.
Parento the set for Newitz, just tips it over. KGP for Blackmore. Yes.
He is not being denied here tonight.
No, that one looked like it was partially blocked, but managed to find its way through.
Look at that stat line. Just ridiculous.
3-point lead here for Humber, the biggest in this set for either side. Parento, Newitz. They're going to say that was deflected. Point Niagara. Leland Parento. Another Winnipeg native. Another one at Dakota High School. Nicholson, the flip over doesn't work. Smith has the block, but McAlpine right there to get that. Blackmore over the block, deflected by Parento out of bounds. Hawks back up by 3.
The biggest thing that Michael McAlpine added to his repertoire was that he didn't let him not starting last year get to his head. He used it, he grew from it. And what's between the eyes, that grew as well. Just such a smart player.
Set up there, beautifully done. Redicop getting that one after a beautiful setup by Parento.
For Niagara, that's a really good answer back, but the question you have to have now is, what are you gonna do to continue that momentum going forward? Humber, they're currently up by 2 still.
They need to string together some points. Can Marchetti get started? Nicholson, Blackmore, deflected out of bounds, point for the Hawks. Each team basically trading points here. Humber's been going back and forth from being up 2 and up 3. Each team still with their timeouts. Humber has not used one all match. Blackmore, the serve. That one goes long. That one just makes it over. McAlpine, that one's blocked. Side off right there, though. Trick play there, got it over. Smith over the block. Blackmore keeps it alive into the stands. How did that stay alive? But that's not going to be enough to keep it alive. Humber scrambling all over the place to try and keep that play going. Look, great effort, but even though they didn't get the point.
Yeah, I would say even though they didn't get the point, that's the kind of effort that shows, hey, they're willing to do whatever they can to win. Nicholson goes crashing into the bleachers. Sideoff goes crashing into the wall.
Redicop's serve is good. Blackmore pops it right back over. Parento, soft touch there. They're going to say it's a violation that hit the pole, or the post rather. That was off the hand of Liam Marchetti. Humber back up by 2. Niagara was starting to mount a comeback.
Yeah, they brought it back within 1, and then Humber, they said, we're not going to let you guys get too close. Got to keep some room to breathe.
Loney, powerful serve. Parento, the setup for Smith. Loney, McAlpine, into the block. Parento, Smith again. That one's blocked. Nicholson, McAlpine. Great rally here. Smith will try it again. That one's blocked and hit down. Nazir Francis all over that one.
Yeah, KGP was there to help as well, but I think my favorite celebration is Nazir Francis after that just points to the ground every time because he knows he got some hops.
Loney trying to extend Humber's lead to 4, can't do it. All right, Matthew Takis to serve. The second-year player from Woodstock. Nicholson, Francis. Another big play by him. Kill number 5 on the day.
Nazir Francis is one of those players that will always quietly give you production. And we're seeing it in this game here. 5 kills, but they're pretty big moments in the match.
And they've gotten to more and more as the game has gone on.
It's just scary how quickly those fast sets to the middle for Francis work and how often they work for Humber.
A key cog in this machine we call the Humber Hawks men volleyball team. Liam Marchetti. He's back on the service line from Richmond Hill. Long serve there. Humber back up by 3. That's something that Niagara just cannot afford to do now as this game goes deeper and deeper on. KGP back at the service line. Into the rafters, hits one of the nets, or excuse me, one of the banners, so that will be a point for the Hawks.
Those banners attached to the roof, and a lot of the players don't agree with it on the side of Niagara, but it is something there. Shout out to the 2003-2004 men's golf national champions, though.
Giving Humber a helping hand here today.
Yeah, the names up there consist of Lee French, Brad Kerfoot, Ryan Lamb, Jason McGarth, Ryan McErney, Ray Chateau, and Doug Fox, almost said Ford. Doug Fox.
Ray Chateau and Doug Fox, of course, honored here at the Hawks Nest. And Ray Chateau, of course, the athletic director here right now. There's a look at Chris Wilkins, enjoying his brother's team here today.
That's another man that will most likely, whenever his tenure is done with the Hawks, will get honored here. And you can't, it's hard to show it on broadcast, but the back wall behind all of the cameras and all the stands, there is a giant wall of just pictures, names, numbers of just some Humber Hawks legends that we have been able to witness over the years. We saw the latest, it was Ty Dixon and Nunez that were added to that list. Ray Chateau's also up there as well. Just so many legends though, partners, so many.
There's a look at that last kill by Nazir Francis. There's him pointing to the ground right there. All right, timeout is done. KGP's ready to go for that serve. He's been ready. Mitch Chirpy back in the game. Parento, the setup for Orr. That one somehow kept alive. Parento watched the ball. The setup there, Francis all over that one. Humber cannot return it back over the net.
4 players dive for it, and then McAlpine and Blackmore. Listen, I need to take a rest, man. I'm tired.
All hanging out there by the crowd in the bleachers.
Nice shot by Segui right there.
Humber not out of the woods yet. We're going to have a little break here as they...
Look at Nazir Francis down on hands and knees to clean up. That right there, that's a hard-working man.
He's on double duty here today.
And respectful. He brings the towel right back. Nazir Francis, gentleman and scholar.
Yes, sir.
Not to mention great volleyball player.
And we can confirm that he's a scholar since he is indeed a student here at Humber.
Exactly. Glad you got
just fact checking you.
Yeah, I'm glad you got where I was going with that one.
Nicholson, Blackmore. They're gonna say that hit the post.
Yeah, Blackmore knew. He hammered it, but he knew he hit the post.
Niagara still hanging around within 2 points. Humber 8 points away from victory. But Niagara saving their best for last year in the third set. KGP and Nicholson. McAlpine going cross court to the backcourt.
And again, we're keeping track of what's going on the other side of the OCAA as well. Redeemer and Fanshawe, that one out in London. It's a tie game, 1 set apiece, and it doesn't really tell us who's up, but the score in the third set is 15 to 10.
I believe that's for Fanshawe.
So 15-10 Fanshawe currently. And then obviously here you have it, where Humber is up 2-0.
Mana, he's fresh into this game. Great serve, but just can't keep it in. Get some groans and some audible frustration in the crowd here from the Hawks fans. Leland Parento is getting ready to serve. It's been a big part of this turnaround here for Niagara in this third set, ever since he's come into the game as a setter. What does he have from the service line? Let's see. Nicholson sets it up there for Loney. Into the block, side off. Nicholson, Calpine. A rare error there, just trying to flip it over the net.
Yeah, he was initially going to go up for the swing, but he didn't like the footing he had going up, so he tried just to push it over, but it was a little bit too straight. Didn't have to add that arc to it.
Nicholson flips it, just catches the back line. Great play there by the Humber center.
So smart, man. Josh Nicholson, he's such an intelligent player. And you just gotta love watching him play because he's always crafting up something.
Yeah.
He's just a wizard on the court.
Gets credit for a kill there, and the scoreboard was changed. It appeared that Mikhailo's side-off was credited with the kill, indeed, like you suggested earlier on. Niagara getting a point there. Back within one as we enter this end stretch here. Niagara, one timeout left. Humber's got both.
You gotta love seeing the libero get a kill. Always will be funny.
The rare libero kill. Ashton Newitt's getting ready to serve. Trying to tie it up. Nicholson, Blackmore. Oh boy, what a kill there.
For a split second, I thought Leland Parento got his foot to it because it's a last-ditch effort. It's just to kick it. And he got the foot to it, but it was after the ball hit the ground.
Yeah.
Wow. That just shows how quickly Blackmore, he gets it off of his hand.
Humber gets a little bit more breathing room after that huge play by Blackmore, and he's getting ready to serve right now. Here he goes. Just makes it over. Parento, the setup, that's blocked. Parento will set up his teammate again. Newitt, that one's blocked. Kept alive by the Hawks. Nicholson, Blackmore. Niagara just managing to keep it alive. They toss it back. Golden opportunity here for the Hawks. Set up McAlpine going cross court. Niagara cannot keep that rally going, and Humber just 4 points away from closing out this match and going to the OCAA Final Four. And then with that, Niagara head coach Steve Stone taking his second and final timeout of the set, potentially final of the match here.
So again, we see it where the visiting team coming into the Hawks Nest, they take all 6 timeouts, and those are all 6 timeouts we've seen in this matchup. Here's just another look at how red hot these Hawks have been looking. Beautiful back set and nobody, and I mean nobody's there. It's tough to single block a player like Taven Blackmore.
There's looks at the Hawks bench. Wayne Wilkins. Gotta be pretty pleased with his team's performance here today. On the precipice of getting their 5th OCAA gold medal in a row if they continue their way through the playoffs. There's Niagara just trying to hang on and stay alive here at the Hawks Nest. It's gonna come down to these next final points. This next point here is going to be huge, partner.
Oh, massive, and it's a big swing point as well. And for everybody that's tuned in for the long day of Humber sports, the next matchup, it's Humber and George Brown. They will kick off, well, I guess tip off is the better word to put for it. They will tip off at 6 p.m. So we have to give a little bit of time for the court to get resurfaced and everything like that, but the basketball will start at 6.
Smith going cross court, deflected right back. Newitt's giving a little shimmy shake there with the shoulders as he saw that land out of bounds.
And for this game, stick around for the tail end as we'll have our sideline reporter, Will Shukri. He will be interviewing the player of the game. And really, you can go with anybody on this Hawks squad. I mean, Michael McAlpine is having a great day.
Nicholson's been doing a great job setting up his teammates, and a nice soft touch there.
I was going to say,
Tay Blackmore.
There's another guy right there you can also mention in Tay Blackmore.
Well, I mean, we don't want to lead off with, the obvious candidate, right?
You got to let everybody else get in, and then you got to say, okay, don't forget about Blackmore.
I got to build up a little bit of drama. Loney. That was a powerful serve right there. Parento, the setup. Nicholson will try his hand now. For McAlpine, going cross court. Did it land in? No.
Just missing the sideline.
Niagara within 2. Humber 3 points away from taking the set.
All Humber have to do is just play their game. This right here, all the pressure really, you think about it, it's on Niagara's shoulder. They have to play crisp volleyball here.
And they still have both their timeouts, let's not forget. Francis, a miscue there. They still get it over, though. Strange play. Smith over the block. Blackmore gave it a good dive, but cannot get a handle on that one. Niagara's within one.
And I think here, if Niagara get another point, tie this up, I think we'd see Humber take their first timeout on the day. You can see head coach Wayne Wilkins, he's periodically just kind of peeking up towards that scoreboard.
Great Phillips. Side off, setting it up there for KGP, throws it over. Could be a great opportunity here. Parento, Marchetti. Side off, another setup for KGP. Parento to Orr. Another point there for Niagara. They tie it up. And there's that timeout that you called for, partner. Wayne Wilkins not taking any chances here. He goes for that timeout. The first Humber timeout we've seen between both games.
All I was going to really say is it's expected because the momentum. Right now, Niagara, they're starting to pick it back up. And if you're Wayne Wilkins, you look at it as, all right, we want to close this out in 3. We want to get that momentum. We want to know our ticket is punched to that Final Four. Let's try to halt the momentum here. Let's talk to the guys on the floor, get refocused, get re-energized, and close this thing out.
Everyone's jamming here at the Hawks Nest. Of course, our resident DJ always knows how to get a crowd hyped up here.
Oh yeah, always. They don't usually take my requests of country music though, partner. I don't know why.
I don't know, country's a tough sell for volleyball. Baseball, maybe. That will do it for the timeout. Humber wasting no time to get back on the court. Now Niagara comes back on. Here's a look at the last point. Step there for Orr. No mistake on that one. Smith. McAlpine going cross court. That one's partially blocked. Parento will set it up. Marchetti, that one's blocked. Parento will try to set up again for Marchetti. That one's blocked. Can't land though. Marchetti throws it back over. They're gonna say that's a violation. Did not make it through the post.
Big point.
Huge point there for the Hawks.
We had the same idea. Yeah, massive point right there for Humber. Interesting substitution coming here. Caleb coming on for Nicholson. Don't be surprised, partner, if you see Caleb just kind of that quick motion over the net.
It's a little bit there to change up the formula. Cross court. McAlpine gave it a good go, but that'll land in bounds. We're tied at 23. Oh boy. Like that, Nicholson's gonna find his way back onto the court. The starters on the court for Humber. 2 points needed to close it out, but they're defending serve right now. Can they do it? Marchetti's serve is good. Nicholson, set up, Blackmore, yes! Just what the Hawks needed right there. A huge kill there and a chance to close out the set and the match.
That was disgusting. That was disgusting, partner.
Some pure filth there by Tay Blackmore, All-Canadian and OCAA Player of the Year. KGP now a chance to close it out. Good serve. Joust at the net. Parento the setup. For Smith, over the block, McAlpine there. Nicholson for Blackmore, that one's blocked. We're gonna head to extra points here. Gotta win by 2. Oh boy. Blackmore went down a little hard, he's okay though.
Yeah, I think when he landed, a player either landed on his foot or he landed on somebody else's, so just gotta watch out for the ankle. He'll look like he's okay though.
Could be interesting to see if head coach Wayne Wilkins will use that second timeout if Niagara grabs a point here.
This is not the first time we've seen extra points. This will actually be the 4th time between these two teams.
Blackmore, big hit, blocked out of bounds. Match point once again for the Hawks.
keep feeding him, keep feeding him. It's a hot hand right now. You got to keep going to him. 17 on the game.
Nazir Francis to send Humber to the OCAA Final Four. Marchetti jumps at the net. They'll land down. They give the point to Humber. Protest there, but Micah Newitz will not go in his favor. That will do it for the match. 26-24, they win that final set. They win this game 3-0, another sweep for the Hawks. And they have punched their ticket to the OCAA Final Four and will have a chance to go for their 5th OCAA gold medal in a row, Zach.
The drive for 5 continues. They have that Final Four ticket punched. This is that final point. What I love to see here, Blackmore not afraid to go up right away.
17 kills on the day for the player of the year. Unbelievable job by this team. All year we've seen this team just back and forth, up and down.
We got the president of Humber Polytechnic, Dr. Anne-Marie Wong.
Teams exchanging pleasantries here at the net.
Is the captain himself, number 5.
And Niagara, a tough end to the season. Josh Nicholson getting announced as player of the game here. Great job setting up his teammates. Niagara, a tough loss this season, but they'll have to head home. But they should be disappointed about their effort here today.
Yeah, and I mean, Niagara, they had a fantastic season all the way around. And if I'm them, do not hang your heads on it. You performed, you had upsets, you battled all year long. And you can kind of see we're looking at a partner, Wisdom Smith. He's taking this one hard. The rookie for Niagara. He was on the all-rookies team. He has a very good OCAA career ahead of him.
Absolutely.
And we patiently wait. Josh Nicholson, again, he will be the player of the game. He will be talking to our sideline reporter, Will Shukri, just patiently waiting. They got to get the pictures with the ticket and with the player of the game. It's a long process. Sorry, folks. I know you all want to hear from Mr. Nicholson, the captain, I will add.
There he is right there.
Look at that. Big smile. Big smile from the kid. And here we go. Here comes everybody else. Everybody gets in on the photo.
Big smiles from everyone here on the Humber Hawks as they are excited. The season not over just yet. That's all in their hands now.
Still have plenty of time to go.
The teardown has already started here.
Oh yeah, it goes quick. They don't mess around here in the Hawks Nest. This crew, if not one of, if not the best. All right, the best.
In the OCAA, absolutely. I'd venture the CCAA as well.
So we are patiently waiting. Now they got to get a picture with the ticket. It's a whole process, folks. It's a whole process. Don't worry, we're waiting. We're all anxious to see it, all anxious to hear it. You see, they have a band of photographers want the photo. That's the slow pan out. Good job done by the camera crew. Shout out to all the wonderful students working the 1s and 2s on the camera.
And somehow, Tay Blackmore, we mentioned off the top, 14 kills rather in each of the 2 games against Niagara. Somehow he outdoes himself with 17 here today.
And here we go.
Spectacular.
The man himself, Brian Lepp, goes in there and points Nicholson. Here he goes off to our sideline reporter, Will Shukri. Will, take it away.
How's it going, boss?
Good. How are you?
All right, first off, Josh, congratulations. Western Conference Player of the Year.
Thank you.
Talk to me a little bit what that means to you.
Honestly, it means a lot. It's a very nice award to receive, but that's not really my goal. I'm here to win a championship. I'm here to win, hopefully perform better at nationals, and hopefully bring one home for the team.
Obviously, you were not the only player awarded this year. Taven Blackmore, OCAA Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the team's reaction when you heard that news.
Oh, it was crazy. He called me right away as soon as he seen it. All of us kind of knew it was going to happen. He's been killing it all season. Yeah, just very proud of him and Nazir.
And last but not least, you've just punched your ticket to the semifinals. Got any words for your next opponent?
No. We're going to play hard, so I'm hoping they play hard as well.
Cheers. Thank you very much. Great game. That is going to be all for us here at the Hawks Nest. Thank you very much. Your Humber Hawks will be back in action next week for the semifinals. Have a good afternoon.